Hello, welcome to Veritas. I'm your host, Adam Colazetti, and I'm here to guide you on a meditative adventure like no other. Join me and lose yourself in your imagination as we travel the outer reaches of the cosmos, quest for powerful talismans, and explore the inner realm of your subconscious. What might you find along the way? But be warned, fair traveler, this path is not for the faint of heart. On this path, of one thing I am certain, dragons be here. Are you ready? So how we're going to begin is you're going to sit comfortably, however that means to you. Could be legs crossed, could be sitting in a chair, whatever it is, sit somewhere comfortably that you feel relaxed and comfortable. And you're going to close your eyes and you're going to take 3 deep breaths. Deep breath in, count to 4. Deep breath out, count to 4. And each time you exhale, you're going to try and relax your body a little bit further. So you're going to inhale, pause, exhale. Pause. So as you're doing this and you're relaxing, it's in those pauses between breaths where we're going to go. That is where your creativity meets your imagination, meets your subconscious. So let's see what awaits you in the spaces between breaths. The door hanging in the air beyond the cliff calls to you. It is so arrogant, floating in the air, seemingly defying the laws of physics. And yet there is something tantalizingly free about it, unrestrained by anything, not even gravity. You walk to the edge of the cliff and peek over. Nothing but blackness stares back at you. This will take a leap of faith. The door is far enough that you are not certain you can jump that far. That and it floats a little above level with the ground, meaning you'll have to gain a significant vertical. You swallow, your mouth has gone dry. Real fear grips you. What if you miss? Turning your back to the door, you walk slowly and count out 10 paces. You know you've already decided to leap. You're just delaying the inevitable. Turning, you face the door, your runway laid out before you. You take a deep breath in and let it out slowly. Once more. All you need is 4 seconds of insane courage. You close your eyes and imagine a great bird, its wings spread out majestically. It owns the skies. You own the sky. Your body feels somehow lighter, and you focus your eyes on the door and you run. Step after step, you gain speed. Someone watching from afar would see the faint outline of 2 great wings as your feet leave the edge of the cliff. The world stands still as you sail through the air, arms flaying, legs flailing. And just as you've made it, the door swings open as if expecting you, and you sail through untouched. The cave is quiet once again. There is a flash of light, and the sensation of falling fills your stomach. Then you are sailing through clouds of white. You are blinded, but you can taste moisture and salty air, and then you are through. Far below, you can see the colors of a rich landscape laid out before you. Green fields stretch for miles, only briefly shadowed by the clouds above. The meandering path of a river snakes its way through peacefully until emptying out into a larger body of water. You realize you aren't falling anymore. You are flying. To your right and left, great wings stretch out. Bright red feathers flap in the wind, decorated by blues and greens. You are truly a beautiful creature as you sail through the air. Tuck in your wings, you point downwards and accelerate towards the water, only to pull up at the last second and skim the surface of the water. Below, your reflection races alongside you, desperately trying to keep up. You cry out with glee as you angle upwards, and suddenly you are doing cartwheels and loops in the air as you spoon and swoop, untethered and free. Then suddenly the air moves abruptly and you are thrown off guard as a gust throws you off course. Ahead of you, a storm cloud looms, rapidly forming vertically ahead of you. The air quickly becomes turbulent and cold, and you are thrown about wildly up and down as gusts of air catch your wings. Over and over, you tumble desperately trying to control your flight, but not quite strong enough to muscle your way against the wind. It is unpredictable and chaotic, and you quickly grow tired. Yet the storm cloud only grows stronger and darker. You could try and turn back, but somehow you know that this is where you must go. Your wings begin to burn with weariness, and you know that if you don't do something soon, you'll be lost to the whims of the storm, and nothing good will come of that. Often it is at the point of exhaustion that we finally let go so that we may grow. Here in the skies, before an angry storm, you reach that point of exhaustion where you think you may be ready to give up, and then it happens. You relax. Your mind takes over and you stop fighting. You realize the wind is like a puzzle. Although it is chaotic and angry, this is precisely what makes it predictable. You cannot control chaos, you can only direct it. You begin to see the currents. They are like waves of an ocean moving through the air. Now, instead of fighting them, you let your whole body relax and let your feathers do the work. A slight nudge here, and the current moves you forward instead of flipping you over. A slight pull there, and you accelerate with the wave rather than being tumbled by it. Faster and faster the waves come, and faster still your mind sees what needs to be done. Your muscles are no longer a factor here. You simply direct and nudge, and slowly but surely you move through the storm. Even when the rain comes, you are not dismayed. In fact, it makes it easier to see the currents as the rain gives shape to the air. At one point you swear you see a shape in the currents, as if something is in here with you. As you glide upwards, the rain moves again, and this time you see it. The great head of a dragon moving within the storm. It is large and terrible, and as you fly towards the eye of the storm, it bars your way. Somehow you know that were you to fight it, you would lose terribly and quickly. But you don't fight it. You surrender to the currents and thus render them powerless. In response, the great air dragon opens its great maw and you sail right through the middle of its mouth. Oddly, you are calm and thoughtful about this, as if observing from afar. Then you are through and you find yourself within the eye of the storm. It is peaceful and quiet, and the currents stop. You have solved the puzzle by not warring against an unseen enemy, but by understanding it and using its power against it. This is the lesson here. With a flick of your wing, you re-enter the storm, but this time the storm feels like it is in slow motion. You see the currents before they arrive, and you simply move to accommodate. In this way, despite the violence of the storm, you resume your playful flying, although at much greater speed. The rain only adds to the exhilaration of this level of flow. Your mind is in perfect sync with your body, and you move through the storm as effortlessly as a sunny day. The storm belongs to you now. Up and down and spinning and sideways and flipping and whirling, you move gracefully and purposefully, until at long last the storm dissipates and your dance comes to an end. Your chest heaves and your heart pounds in your chest. You've never felt so alive or so free. Without that freedom, could you have let go? Idly you wonder at the deeper philosophical implications of this. The storm has given way to scattered clouds as the sun dips below the horizon, painting reds and yellows across the sky. It is a wonderful dream, and when you see the silhouette of a door sitting on a cloud, you know that your time here is at an end. With one last loop, you feel the air across your wings one last time, and then you sail through back into the mountain. As you land gracefully, your wings fade to memory, yet their power still hums in the back of your mind. It is time once again to make a choice. Hello, welcome to Veritas. We're here to talk about truth. Whose truth? Well, hopefully your truth. We've been talking about the Elemental series, so if you haven't checked it out, go back and check out. There's a prelude, there's an intro, and we just went through the earth and water, and we just talked about the air, and Kelly Thompson is here with me. Kelly, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
How have you enjoyed the experience so far?
It's been wonderful. It's been ups and downs and stress and then calm. And awesome. I love the flow that each of the elements are finding, how to sort of enter into it and then experience some chaos and then really find the magic of what you're trying to communicate.
Cool. I love it. And we'll get into the air one, but I love our cameraman Artman just had a comment. He's like, I liked that one, but it got a little scary in the middle.
Yeah, which it did.
I was like, that's amazing. Perfect. But why don't we draw a card here and see what comes up.
Is this the last card that we draw? Or do we draw one more?
Well, one more for
one more. Okay, I want you to draw one card. That's
okay. All right.
So you can draw the last one.
Tell me when. An air, I think if I were to choose, would have been my first choice. Or no, sorry, it was fire. I would have chosen fire and then air. Yeah. What we got? Ooh,
bear.
Bear. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
What do we have to learn about the bear here? The bear. Primal power, sovereignty, intuition married with instinct. Okay. Gotcha. Connect you with the very deepest of your ancestral roots. Wow. Okay, you're going to some deep
Right.
places here.
Great.
I just feel like there's a theme for you today. Like very, so. Okay, air. You get to fly. You get to be a bird. How did you like that that imagery?
That is so great. I can't imagine, because it's been my experience, like I can't imagine anyone else not wanting to fly. Like I feel like
Right.
that's just this dream and this vision, and it's just
Yeah.
this thing that a lot of us share, I think. So not to say that everybody enjoys that, but it's really amazing to just imagine the flow and the feel and the ease of what it's like to play in
Right?
the
It's
sky.
like freedom, just like unburdened, unrestrained. Like like it's exciting just talking about it.
Yeah,
Right?
totally.
Cool. But yeah, I really liked the idea of just kind of like playing and being carefree, and then all of a sudden, ooh, the winds turn.
The scary part.
Yeah. So that was the scary part for you.
Scary.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, you can feel how like something starts to threaten the experience, and you just like tense up really fast, right? And you try and fight against something, and you try to stick to what you're trying to do, and then the ease and the just the wave of calmness when the cue to just start like embracing what's happening, and how that can transition from being so focused on what I'm doing to then starting to notice like the rain and the wind patterns and all the different parts of the environment, just like how your senses expand in the experience.
Yeah, I love the notion of finally you're pushed to exhaustion, so then finally you just, okay, I'm gonna relax, like you let go,
Yeah.
and then now I can just like move with the currents. It's fine. And I think the rain, can give form to the formless, right?
I loved that. Yeah.
It's kind of like raining on an invisible man. You can see them, right?
Creepy. Yeah.
Yeah, but kind of cool. What do you think of the kind of the rain kind of showing like a dragon form or something like that?
Yeah. And I always think of Allison when the dragons show up.
Okay.
So I was like,
shout out to
okay,
Allison
yeah.
again. Yeah.
I was like, okay, here's the dragon.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, I think just the illusion as well that something like a storm or chaos is going to be a creature or something that threatens you. And it takes on this big shape that feels so overwhelmingly powerful and terrifying. But then, yeah, like embracing not just the exhaustion, but then just the willingness to go in the flow and go through the storm of the dragon.
You render it powerless, right?
Right.
You come out the other side playing again,
Yeah.
even in the storm, right? And I thought that was I don't know, for me that was a lovely notion that even amidst the chaos, you're just still playing,
Yeah.
right? So
Because you use dragons quite often in your imagery and stuff. So, like, what's dragon for you?
oh, good question. I don't know. It's kind of like passion and mystery and exploration and wisdom, and I feel like it'd be really anything, but something that spikes my curiosity. Like if I saw a dragon, I'd be like, cool.
You just fly into the
I
mouth
just
of it?
wanted to check that out. But cool. Okay, so you got to play in the storm, and hopefully you come out of it with a smile on your face. And now there's not much of a choice left,
No.
but yeah, we've got to go to the fire.
Let's do fire.
All right,
Yeah.
fire. Let's go check it out. Join me each week as a new chapter unfolds. What worlds will we explore next? What gods and monsters will we find? What part of yourself will awaken? Only one way to find out.